Welcome back, everyone. Marvin Jackson here with Shannon Cross, Lexter Taylor, and Spain Musgrove, who played in Washington for Vince Lombardi. Speaking of Washington football, Super Bowl MVP Mark Rypien was added to the Washington Ring of Fame last Sunday, and we were there.
Before I get into this, I want to don my jersey one more time for our Redskins fans. I am so honored to share this day with my family and all you here. Homecoming and Alumni weekend is very special. We get to honor those that played before us, that paved the path, that showed us what it was like to be a Redskin. We get to honor those that played after us, that represent this organization. And last night, and throughout this day today, I get to honor those that I played with. And a piece of every one of those players is up there with me, along with the 56,000 fans that are in our stadium that cheer us to Super Bowl and with that, I say, hail to the
Mark Rypien, pretty great guy, huh?
Fantastic pass. He has a long ball. All you have to do is protect him, and that's what they were able to do. The Redskins could protect the quarterback. You notice they had different quarterbacks winning Super Bowls. That's about the offensive line. You know, so
and he had some great receivers, though.
Well, you got the horses. You know, you just throw the ball and let them go get it. You know, and Charlie Taylor was the receiver coach. And one thing,
he sure was at that time.
One thing you had to do was block. You had to block downfield.
Because Charlie could block.
Oh, yeah, he could hurt you. Charlie would hurt you. No, I mean, I've seen him do some stuff that should be illegal. You know, but that's the way they played back then. You know, you serve it up.
Right.
You know, you let them know, I'm coming across. If you hit me hard, I'm going to return the favor.
Y'all probably played like that in practice, too, didn't you?
Well,
not quite.
Not quite. No, not quite. But
but at least you did have to hit in practice.
Oh yeah, that's. I think that's one of the things that's suffering from now, not having contact. It's like boxing. How can you train for a fight and no contact? Same thing, because it's called recovery time. Once you're out there competing, you go through. You got all this energy. You exert it in a matter of 5 or 10 seconds. Then you got to have a recovery period. Well, you're not used to getting hit. Oh, that's what's missing. Now you got to just walking around getting hit now during the game. So that's that part I kind of disagree with the union negotiating that. You got to have contact.
You know, I was talking to Gary Clark out on the field at Alumni Day, and he was saying that Mark Rypien was the smartest quarterback he'd ever played with. And he said he played with some great ones, Theismann, Doug Williams. And he said he was one of the luckiest receivers because he had guys that could throw long. He said, and of course, Rypien could really throw the long ball.
Yes.
But Gary was just talking about how lucky he was to play with those quarterbacks.
Well, you know, Rypien was on the bench all those years when the Redskins, when they had Doug Williams.
Interesting that
Jay
you said
Schrader.
that. Rypien told me that Doug Williams mentored him.
Yeah, so he was there holding the clipboards. If you look back at some of the old clippings of the games, he was holding the clipboards. And in my opinion, he's probably the quarterback of probably the greatest Redskins Super Bowl team, greatest Redskin team. Outside of that team that lost to the Raiders in the Super Bowl, they had a really good team that year. I think it was '83. But that '91 team with Mark Rypien, they started the season. I think they were like 11-0, and I think their first loss was like to the to the Cowboys, but they had a great team. I mean, Ricky Sanders, Art Monk, Timmy Smith. I mean, those guys dominate. I mean, they were beating people up. I mean, 20, 30-point blowouts, you know, every game. Joe Gibbs had a phenomenal offense with those guys, just kind of throwing it up there.
Yeah, great tradition and history. Before we go, we got a few seconds. Who was the toughest running back that you went against when you played?
Oh, the toughest. Golly.
For you to tackle.
Oh, Gale Sayers.
Gale Sayers.
He was like a ghost.
Okay.
You thought he was there. That's all you could say. I was going, and he was there. And he just disappeared. I mean, this guy can touch the ball the fewest time and can score. Now, he don't have to carry the ball 25 times. You go in a game, I seen him against Green Bay. 3 times he touched the ball and 3 touchdowns against
That's
Green
right.
Bay.
He didn't have a lot of carries.
No.
He just
make you look bad. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. So and you mentioned offensive tackle.
Well,
Was Bob Brown, you said?
Bob Brown, I remember what they did to me and how brilliant I was. I played the right side defensive tackle. So they asked me, Spain, we want you to play defensive end. I said, no problem. Then they moved me to the left side. Well, that year, Bob Brown, Ralph Neely, Bob Reynolds, and Forrest Gregg, that's who I was going to have to play.
One of the toughest offensive
Well,
tackles
you know,
ever.
being almost a rookie, you just didn't realize what to do. And you look up and say, why am I playing against the best in the league every week? And Bob Brown was domineering. I mean, this guy, if you played high, you might as well pay him for the ride you're going to get. Because he was going to take care. I mean, he just caved you in. So he was really, they say he used to pump weights coming down on the train, just getting ready for the game.
Well, we're gonna move on. We talked to a lot of the former players and their families, including Jeff Bostic and his daughters, and Ken Houston and his wife Gusty, who also invited me to Texas, by the way, for some barbecue.
Oh man!
And you know I'm gonna accept.
Yeah.
Of course, the discussion turned into that unforgettable tackle that Ken Houston made on Walt Garrison to defeat the Cowboys. And Ken even posed to show us how he made that tackle. And I believe we have a shot of that. But now, another one of my favorites was former wide receiver Roy Jefferson, and you know Roy, I'm sure, and his family. And we got a chance to talk to them.
My family was real tiny when I played, so this is another look at the guys that I played with, and just the camaraderie of it, so that they maybe can see what I participated in.
How exciting is this for you all to be here?
It's a great job. I like coming here. It's really fun.
And you?
It's really a great memory to make with my dad, my mom, and my daughter.
So him being a Washington Redskin, is that real important to you guys?
No, I am very proud of what he has accomplished as a Redskin, but he's a great dad, so I'm just very, very, very blessed.
And your granddaughter, you don't really remember him playing and all that. So, I mean, what are your memories of him?
I just remember when my grandparents showed me the videos. But that's all. I wasn't born when he played. He stopped before I was born.
It's a blessing and very powerful to be able to relive and rekindle some of the fun and joy that we had back in the 70s.
Any stories that you want to say, that you can say right here, that would be really cool for people that don't know about you?
Verlin Biggs is a defensive end on our team, and a great defensive end. And he's passed now. But he used to steal my sandwiches, my lunches. And so what I did was I had my wife fix me a lunch, and I let it sit for a week. And then I put it in my locker and let him steal it. And buddy, He couldn't make it out to practice. It wasn't a week. It was like maybe 3 or 4 days, that I had it. And then one time, same Verlin Biggs, I went to get my lunch, and it was gone. I went and got trash, a whole big old trash can, and filled it up and threw it in his locker. When we were supposed to be in practice, and he was waiting at the door because he saw what I was trying to do. He was trying to prevent it. I just waited because I didn't care about being late. He cared about being late. I dumped the whole trash can in his locker. So he had to clean that out when he came in.
All right, well, thanks for sharing that with our viewers, and have a great day.
Thank you very much.
All right, great homecoming last week, and thanks to Roy, Kenny, and all the guys. Let's take a quick break right now, and we'll return with a look at the Washington football team's 4th and Life program. Stay with us.